Amir Johnson getting a warm welcome here at the Air Canada Centre after spending 6 seasons with the Toronto Raptors. Starting lineups are brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, the official beer of the NBA. Jack, it's Miller time, and for the Boston Celtics, a record of 22-20. Isaiah Thomas, Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, Amir Johnson, and Jared Sullinger in the middle. The Toronto Raptors currently second in the Eastern Conference. They've won 5 in a row, looking for a season-best 6-game winning streak. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, James Johnson, Luis Scola, and Jonas Valanciunas in the middle. The Toronto Raptors have won 8 of their last 10 games here at the Air Canada Centre. This is game 2 of a 7-game homestand. 4 of the next 6 teams that Dwayne Casey and his Raptors will face own a winning record and an overall record of 134 wins and 115 losses. Prior to the start of this evening's game, when Brad Stevens met with the media here in Toronto, he said that both Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan are deserving of going to the All-Star game. Of course, the fan vote will find out tomorrow with the starters, and then next week the coaches will fill in the rest of the All-Star roster, which will be hosted here in Toronto at the Air Canada Centre. Tonight's historical 4K broadcast is just the first in a deep schedule of 4K sports on TSN. And so we welcome you to sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of this evening's game between the Toronto Raptors, with a record of 26-15 in the second spot in the East, and the Boston Celtics, 8th in the East with a record of 22-20. 11-10 on the road. Jason Phillips to toss it up, and Amir Johnson, like so many other times in the center circle, winning the opening tap. And a stoppage of play, the reason why the clock had already ticked to 9.
Well, that's what happens on historic nights. Interesting stuff, right? And already, how could that possibly happen?
Now it's at 90,
That's
which
mathematically
represents
impossible.
Amir Johnson's number.
All right, here we go. We got to figure it out now.
So many retired numbers with the Boston Celtics. And so Amir Johnson decided to go with number 90, Jay Crowder with 99. Here's Sullinger. Amazing that all the great Celtics through the years.
They're going to start giving out like 4K in Boston.
Absolutely.
Maybe, you know?
And the first bucket is good. This is a Boston Celtic team coming off of a tough loss, overtime in Dallas, Jack. And upon review, there was actually, the NBA acknowledged that the referees missed a traveling violation by Zaza Pachulia with 5.6 seconds left. And that would have given the Celtics possession of the basketball at the end of regulation. They eventually lost that game in overtime, 118-113.
I'll tell you what, if you're a Raptor fan, this game scares you, though. This is a team that turns people over. They do a great job. This happened there. They get out in transition. Raptors turn the ball over 22 times the last time they played, giving up 26 Celtic points. Can't happen tonight if you're going to win.
Raptors won that opening meeting between the Celtics and the Raptors in Boston, and a foul is going to be charged to Isaiah Thomas. Thomas has been thrilling for the Celtics. He has been at a career-high pace offensively.
He had 25 against Toronto the last time they played. Remember, Matt, in that game, Damari Carroll had a big night for the Raptors, 21 points, made 4 threes. Obviously not in the lineup tonight for Toronto, so everyone's got to pick it up a notch.
Thomas averaging 21.8. Shot doesn't go. Scola inside position, and he lays it up and through. Amir Johnson. This is his 38th start for the Boston Celtics in the offseason. And Sullinger's shot doesn't go, and James Johnson with the rebound. Signed a 2-year deal with a team option in the second, running the floor, and Scola unable to finish. Raptors 1 of 3. Boston 1 of 3. Thomas looks to turn the corner. Now gets in the paint, stripped away by Lowry, scooped up by Jay Crowder. Crowder with the 3, and it's good on the season, 35% from beyond the arc.
Crowder on a tear of late, though, playing with a lot of confidence. His numbers have gone up each month, and he does a great job knocking down that corner 3, and he's a stout defender.
Jack, to your point, he has scored 20 or more in 3 of the last 5 games. Here's Lowry with an open look. Lowry, bucket, and book it. As Kyle Lowry connects from deep, tied at 5.
Your backcourt partner finds you. He knows where you are. It's that sixth sense of playing with each other.
Thomas racks up the 3.
And he can shoot it from 3 as well, over 34% from there, Matt.
Jack, this is a Boston team. They want to get up and down. But they still, from an opponent defense standpoint, they get after you defensively, as you mentioned earlier. Scola underneath.
They do a great job forcing turnovers, and second in the league in turning people over. They had 22 break points, and they played Toronto the last time. So turn you over, pace of play quickens up.
7th in the NBA in scoring, 4th in opponent field goal defense. Crowder and Valanciunas with a rebound. Lowry quickly across the timeline. The Raptors defeated Brooklyn on a Monday. What a backcourt performance by Lowry and DeRozan as James Johnson drills the open look.
Didn't even guard him that time. Crowder got lost and then kind of halfway got out to him. Easy, too.
Tapped away. And it's going to be Boston basketball. Scola having a lengthy conversation.
There we go. The Toronto Raptors, the defense right here. James Johnson saying, get that garbage out of here. And then they don't guard him. Like, hello, easy. Knocks it down. And speaking of knocking it down, the Celtics back with the lead now, Matty D, 10-9. High-scoring ball game here.
Jason Phillips, Tony Brown, Kevin Scott are 3 officials, and that's the way Boston wants to play. And you know that Lowry and DeRozan can play that way. James Johnson in the corner. Johnson connects from Belleville.
Well, he's shooting 33% from three-point range, so shooting with confidence. And again, they left him wide open. Beautiful setup that time. Kyle Lowry, the drive, the draw, the dish. Watch Lowry, though. He does a beautiful job. And Matty D, this is in 4K. Look at this. Dropping a dime in 4K right there. James Johnson, clean look.
Thomas, the cut by Crowder, lays it up and through. And tied at 12 with 7:40 to go here in this opening quarter. DeRozan with Bradley on him. Give it back. Bradley can be a stout defender, despite the fact that he gives up size at that 2 guard as Scola gets going. And here are the Raptors allowing Johnson, Scola, and also Valanciunas to get going a little bit early. And there's a whistle and a foul. And James Johnson 5 points. Scola with 7 already.
Yeah,
Jack.
Scola obviously has really improved his three-point shooting this year. And this is just a little 2-man game action, and he brings Amir Johnson down on the penetration. Knocks down to Jimmy. Beautiful setup that time by DeRozan. He's got 2 assists already.
Isaiah Thomas at the free throw line. Time now for the keys of the game. Brought to you by John Joseph Armstrong.
There you go. We mentioned it earlier. You got to take care of the rock against this club. Really respect the ball. Perimeter defense. So many weapons. Dribble penetration, three-point shooting. And their bigs can step out and shoot it, particularly Olynyk. And then last but not least, bench play. The Raptors were outscored 61-40 the last time they played off the bench. Tonight, it's got to be a complete team effort against a good young team.
Boston currently 7.5 back of Cleveland, holding on to that 8th spot by a game. Orlando, they've dropped 3 in a row. DeRozan on the inside, and a power move plus the foul.
Late whistle, but the right call. A lot of contact there. And DeRozan, you mentioned before about giving up size, and Bradley giving up the size, and DeRozan just punishing him, getting into the heart of the defense, and one opportunity. The old-fashioned way, three-point play.
And
Here it is.
DeRozan, successful trip to the free throw line. Dwayne Casey's done a marvelous job. You think back to that Chicago loss and then the Cleveland loss, and he got after the team about what they needed to do defensively. And it's a team during this 5-game win streak, Jack. They're averaging close to 103 points. They're limiting opponents to 92 points.
Well, that's what they absolutely have to do if they're going to be successful. Again, you don't have DeMarre Carroll. It's got to be everyone making the commitment on the defensive side of the ball. That improves your offense immensely.
A great look by DeRozan as he finds JV underneath. And the Raptors lead by 6. And a timeout taken by Brad Stevens here in this first quarter. The first quarter is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, the official beer of the NBA. Jack, it's Miller time.
What would Tommy Heinsohn, the Celtic great, say about this? He would say, that guy Valanciunas, he fouled Sullinger there. What are these referees doing?
What
Right?
would you say, Jack?
No comment there, Matty D. What my man Tommy would say, that's a foul.
Tommy point. Sullinger.
What would Walter McCarty say? He's on the bench with Brad Stevens. Give it to the Walter.
Scola, give it to Scola. And Scola off to a tremendous start. 9 points, and the Raptors
Give him a Tommy point.
give him a Jack point. A 13-4 run by the Raptors. Sullinger and JV underneath with a rebound.
And it's just green tea in my cup, by the way.
Yes,
just
it is.
Just to confirm.
Trust me, I
haven't lost my mind.
No. Very healthy, by the way. Very healthy choice by you. And a foul underneath. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And Scola active here early on. 9 points already on 4 of 5 shooting, Jack.
Well, he knows who the starting power forward for the Raptors was a year ago. That was Amir Johnson. He's that guy now. He's come out with a little extra pep in his step tonight in that matchup. And he's done a beautiful job. Scola with 9 points. Amir Johnson, none to this point.
Longest winning streak in the Eastern Conference. It's owned by the Toronto Raptors. JV with an up fake. Another up fake, backing down now. JV with a left, and nice move by JV over Tyler Zeller.
Good controlled speed, so he knew exactly what he wanted to get accomplished on that move.
Evan Turner. And Crowder with a nice soft touch, and as you mentioned, he's been playing extremely well as of late.
Another Marquette product. Those guys just play with that motor. Jimmy Butler, Wesley Matthews, just to name a few. Those guys compete.
Ball played for Buzz Williams there. Scola, shot doesn't go, and a rebound taken by Marcus Smart. Smart out of Oklahoma State in his second season there. Turner with a jumper. And Evan Turner, shot doesn't register, and the Raptors lead by 8 early. DeRozan now finds JV. Lowry up top. Kyle gives it back up top. Here's Scola. Doesn't fall. JV on the offensive glass.
Yeah, you know what I love? He did it beautifully. He kept the ball up. It was a great Celtic back in the day. Kevin McHale used to do the same thing. Kept the ball above him. Don't bring it down and get stripped. Play big.
Something that he has worked on as Turner drills it. The Raptors are points in the paint 14-2, and Valanciunas 6 points, 5 rebounds, and Raptors are +5 on the glass. One of the things in talking to assistant coach Rex Claney.
Yeah, you got to do a good job against the boards against this team. It's a good rebounding team.
There's Scola backing Crowder into the paint. Well, that's tough to do.
And but Scola is a big, strong man. He can back you in. He's a terrific power forward, and they're very crafty.
Turner cut off. Crowder, and the jumper drills it.
Well, you know, keep an eye on this, because Brad Stevens, there'll be times where he goes small and puts Crowder at the 4. There'll be times he goes real small with Olynyk at the 5, which is tough because he can really shoot it.
DeRozan drives, reverse, and 1. And a great start by the Raptors here.
Well, there's minimal shot blocking on the floor, and I'm being kind. So attack the bucket. This is a great move. And finish with force. That's a great job. Ball swings. Look at this, the blow by. And they're in the bottom 10 in shot blocking. You can get opportunities at the rim. 18 points in the paint now.
Raptors certainly got the message from Dwayne Casey. Go back to Monday, you think of that start 29-19 in favor of Brooklyn.
Didn't play well, and they bounced back.
But this is a Boston team that was down 17-2 to Dallas and battled back.
There's no quit in this team. 2 and 1s tonight for DeMar DeRozan. That's beautiful.
Already the 6th rebound for JV off of the Zeller miss. Lowry cut off by Crowder, gives it to DeRozan up top.
Double-figure rebounds for Valanciunas against the Nets on Monday.
And DeMar sticks it. 8 points on 3 of 4 in what we've seen develop in this game. You get James Johnson involved, Scola, JV, and now all of a sudden DeRozan. And DeMar with 8 points. Patrick Patterson on the floor. Here's Isaiah Thomas. They've done a good job corralling him early on as Lowry comes away with a rebound. Kyle out of the wing. Crossover has Turner guarding him. And along the end line, he loses it. Only the 2nd turnover by the Raptors. Boston hasn't turned it over at all. Tonight's key matchup brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. See you tonight. And Amir Johnson and Luis Scola. And a standing ovation here at the Air Canada Center as they pay tribute to Amir Johnson.
One of my all-time favorites. Been doing this 18 years, and he is not only a terrific player and a great competitor, but a true gentleman.
Yep.
And a guy that was a credit to this organization, and people just love the guy. And so happy he's settled in a new place, good team, and he's contributing and had a terrific run here.
Great to see him today.
Man to celebrate, definitely.
And seeing him in Boston as well, but you miss him around here as Zeller with a slam dunk. 33-22. Terrence Ross had a huge game in Boston. On the court, Bismack Biyombo, Corey Joseph, Patterson, and DeRozan.
21 points, 8 of 12 in that game. Played really well. Didn't get the big contract after that.
Shot doesn't fall for DeRozan. Evan Turner now guarding him. Kelly Olynyk on the court. And disrupted by Biyombo, scooped up by Patterson. Olynyk with Crowder, Turner, Zeller, and Smart. Here's DeMar, shot, soft touch for DeRozan.
How'd that go in? Wow. English on that.
He's got that soft touch, Jack. He's 4'6".
He must have brought that English back from London, huh? Sweet touch. Shooter's bounce.
DeRozan, his home numbers, shooting 46% here at the Air Canada Center. And Ross commits a foul.
I thought Turner walked there. DeMar DeRozan, double D. How about this? Look at this. Beautiful. Takes on the switch, Zeller, and gets a sweet roll. He's got 10 points. Raptors with 2 guys in double figures. Him and Scola combined 21 points. 9 of 14.
Tonight's historical 4K broadcast
Bring it to me, Matty.
Well, it's just the first in a deep schedule of 4K sports on TSN, Jack. Our 4K coverage continues Sunday as the Raptors take on the Clippers, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific on TSN 14 and TSN 4K. For more information on 4K and channel listings, visit tsn.ca/4K.
My guy Roddy Black's going to Halifax, so they're going to be doing figure skating in 4K.
They will eventually, you know it.
Love it.
Crowder sends it now to Olynyk. We first have to get you to HD, Jack. Here's Zeller. You still have the standard def at home, I know, with the VHS.
The funny ears on the TV.
A little tinfoil.
Stand outside the window and hold up. Yeah.
We'll get you there. You know what? Skip the HD. Go right to 4K.
Go right to 4K.
Absolutely. I know that's what you've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
All these years. Corey Joseph. Shot doesn't fall. He You still have a rotary phone?
Definitely.
And
That's how I roll, man.
I know. And in your car, I believe you still have one of the original
the cell phones.
Cell phones
the big ones
connected to. And Evan Turner, but now you know what, Jack?
The antenna on the roof. Yep.
Just skip right to 4K.
I'm going right to the 21st century.
35-27. DeRozan with the three at the end of the quarter. Raptors lead by 8. 35-27, shooting 15 of 23 against a very good defensive Boston team.
Yeah, I'm sure Brad Stevens will have something to say about that in between quarters here. The Raptors, on the other hand, they gave up 27 points. Both these teams need to tighten the screws here defensively. Keep an eye on that. Roddy!
First quarter for the hometown Raptors, 35-27. Numbers brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. The Raptors scorching out of the gate here tonight. Rod and Leo back with you. Everything was going right.
It was a great first quarter because everybody that played contributed. The Raptors did a great job scoring in the paint, 20 points in the paint. But they also got some great looks. How? Open shots. James Johnson, how about going 2 for 2, 2 for 3 against Brooklyn from long range? He's making people pay for leaving him open now. And DeMar DeRozan, he attracts 3 defenders to him. What does Louis Scola do? Stand outside and get an open look. He's got 11 points in the first quarter, and that's why he's been shooting the ball so well for the Raptors. His teammates are finding him for those great looks.
We'll see you at halftime. First ever fast break in 4K, Leo. Hey.
Oh, my.
Hey, just saying.
Highest scoring first quarter
In
of the
4K?
season for the Raptors in 4K for sure, as Patterson shot comes up short. Raptors put up 33 in Los Angeles against the Clippers. Kelly Olynyk with the three, and he drills it.
Oh, he has been just absolutely lights out, shooting 43% from 3, and he's just been on a tear the last 6 weeks, Matty D. Really like how he's playing.
Terrence Ross with the three from Port Perry. And Ross, the first points off of the bench for the Raptors. Raptors lead by 8. Turner swings it. Zeller gets it back. And shot denied. And it's last touch by Boston. Will be Toronto basketball. Patterson, from a defensive standpoint, he hasn't allowed his offense to affect the defense.
He's playing real hard. I like the energy he brings. And you know what, too? He's such an intelligent guy. He understands precisely where he's supposed to be. Scatter report, knows guys' playing tendencies, and he's there to give you big plays because he's positionally in the correct spot.
Banks it in!
Call that! You gotta call that!
Look, he's smiling, saying, yeah. Raptors are 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. Ross going for the steal, Smart. And a foul on Lowry, and that's his second.
Oh. And they love playing the 2 guards together. Lowry and Joseph. How about this? Matty D, you gotta call that, man! But when you're going good, those things happen for him. Kyle Lowry has just been brilliant. Month of January, really coming on. And you mentioned he's got the second foul.
The road to the 6 starts in Mississauga with the Raptors 905, NBA D-League affiliate of the Toronto Raptors. For more information on upcoming games, visit Raptors905.com/tickets today. Knocked away.
Tough pass that time. You know, it's kind of getting into traffic and just hoping something develops, and tough play there. Jonas Jerebko in the game now. Checking in, and
Jerebko
checking in for Zella.
He's with Detroit now in Boston.
Yep.
Smart, Turner. Here's Bradley, and the three doesn't go. This is a Boston team that doesn't have a guy that they can turn to. If there is one, it is Isaiah Thomas.
But they got their position nicely, cap-wise, pick-wise. to make some moves here as we go along in the next 18 months.
Most games with 5 starters with 10 or more points as Lowry's shot doesn't go. Boston is tied for 5th. Detroit, 11 games. Milwaukee 10, Atlanta 9, Dallas 8, and then Boston, Chicago, Washington each with 6. And a turnover. And the Raptors get it back up 11.
Matt, you know, you and I were chatting about this before the game. You look at a guy like David Lee last year of his contract. I wouldn't be surprised to see him moving here in mid-February to the trade deadline. Somebody will take a shot at him. Expiring deal can help them.
Made the playoffs a season ago. Lowry with an air ball with 9:18 remaining in the second quarter. And it'll be interesting to see who decides to be active
Well, there's
at that deadline.
So many teams in the East in play. You know, obviously from the Raptors down to like the 12th spot.
Well,
everybody's
Charlotte
jockeying
is
for spots.
Charlotte's 2.5 back of a spot, right?
And they're getting
exactly right.
And they're getting Michael Gilchrist back soon. He's starting to practice. He's going to really help them.
Corey Joseph.
Remember the Raptors are playing without DeMarre Carroll. It's amazing.
They've done a tremendous job. More impressive than I think a season ago. Would you agree with that, based upon losing JV for 17 and for this length of time, tied up in a jump ball?
Totally agree with you. I mean, they've done a wonderful job, and these new additions, Scola, Biombo, Joseph, you know, have done a terrific job for Dwayne Casey. And back in a moment here, the Raptors with an 11-point lead.
Air Canada Center and Amir Johnson Appreciation Night. You know, a lot of ex-Raptors have come back here and a lot of times have been met with boos, but not Amir Johnson. For 6 seasons, he was the heart and soul of the Toronto Raptors, and it showed tonight when Amir Johnson was watching the video tribute. Afterwards, a standing ovation not only from the fans, but from his ex-teammates as well. Remember, this is a guy who once shaved the Raptor claw into his head. He not only loved and played for this city, he embraced it. The fans embraced him. He may not go down as one of the greatest Raptors of all time, but Matt and Jack, he will go down as the classiest.
Yeah, he is certainly someone that the fans miss. And even for ourselves, you'd always see him, a smile on the face.
I think of my all-time favorites in terms of just, you know, the kind of guys they are. And Amir is right at the top of the list, along with a guy like DeMar DeRozan, Alvin Williams, Mo Peterson, Jose Calderon, guys like that. I've just really enjoyed their company over the years. Real class guys.
41-32. Biombo sends it to Joseph. 5 of the shot clock, digging in. Bradley, Lowry saves it. Patterson's got to go to work in a hurry, and he does along the end line as it rattles in. Raptors bench with 5 points. A bench for the Boston Celtics with 14. Turner gets it to Olynyk. Step back. Sends it now to Jerebko. Fires a 3. Got it.
And he's shooting it with confidence right now. 40% from 3. And I'm happy for him. He's found a home. I always thought in Detroit, kind of miscast there a little bit. He's an ideal second unit guy.
And this is where the Celtics really excel. They're number 1 in field goal attempts in the NBA, Jack. You can't give them extra possessions.
19 bench points here, Matty D. The Raptors only with 5. Remember I mentioned the Raptors got outscored by 21 and it 61 bench points in Boston back in late October. So you got to play the entire game against this club. They wear you down with depth.
Here's Olynyk firing away, and it's good, and the bench has cut it to 3 as Olynyk has delivered 2 threes. He has 6 points.
22 bench points here. Again, you got to play a complete 48-minute game against this club. They wear you down. Olynyk, an outstanding shooter. Raps back bounce.
By the Numbers is brought to you by BMO.
Well, not a big difference, Matty D, from a record perspective. The big difference is the fact that the offense isn't as high octane, but more importantly, though, the defense has much improved. giving up almost 4 points less a game. They've shaved more than 2% off field goal percentage defense. So Masai Ujiri, Dwayne Casey have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. I think this team, particularly with a healthy Damari Carroll, maybe if they add another piece at the trade deadline, I think they're better prepared in the rigors of springtime in the playoffs to be able to be successful, because that's the style of play you got to be better at. You got to get stops, and you got to have efficient offensive plays.
Terrence Ross from St. Walburg, Saskatchewan.
Woo, that's a doozy right there. That's a long way away from here, Matty D.
Home of the Blueberry Festival.
I like it. I had some blueberries for lunch today.
You're healthy with your green tea. Here's Jerebko. Jerebko with the three. The Raptors, this is game 42. Second most wins through 41 games this year with 26. And a offensive foul and a turnover for the Raptors last year. They're 27 and 14. This is a team on pace for 50. Last season they were, but they faltered down the stretch. I think they're in better shape right now to accomplish that feat. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Big play there, though. In this particular game here, Kyle Lowry just goes out with his third personal. So I'm sure he's going to have to ride the pine here to finish the quarter. Let's see how the Raptors handle playing without him.
Turner gets it to Olynyk, quickly now underneath. Smart trying to post up on Joseph, and a foul's going to be charged to the Raptors, and it's on Scola.
I like what Brad Stevens has done. He has made the decision now he's going to go small. And even though they're not relatively real small, they're going with two power forwards, right? New 2-4s. Now Scola, Patterson matching them. So that takes away a little bit of the effectiveness. How much are you going to use Biyombo, in particular Valanciunas tonight, if they keep playing quicker pace, small ball?
Tonight's historical 4K broadcast is the first of many of 4K Sports on TSN. Our 4K coverage continues Sunday against the Clippers. For more information on 4K and channel listings, visit tsn.ca/4K. Raptors up by 1. Led by as many as 13. Benches produced just 8 points for Toronto. Nice cut. And Corey Joseph able to finish his first 2 of the night.
Beautiful pass by DeRozan. That's his 4th assist. He and Lowry have combined for 8 assists already. That's a walk.
Turner gets it to fall, and still a 1-point game.
Well, this team is relentless. They got some hard-nosed, competitive people. I love how the Celtics play.
DeRozan and Scola able to finish around the rim. And Scola with 13, DeRozan with 10. Raptors by 3. 5 minutes under that remaining in the first half as Olynyk lays it up and through.
Well, he's terrific in two-man game because you really got to respect his shooting. Raptors got a little botched up that time in their coverage, and he made them pay dearly on the switch.
We mentioned this early. We've mentioned it throughout. The bench of the Celtics now plus 21. DeRozan out of the wing. Using that screen, jumper comes up short. Scola steps out of bounds, although it looked as though he may have gotten a little bit of a tap from behind.
Here it is right here. There's a lot of contact there, and then Scola with the finish on the tip. And this is beautiful play here by DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, this is a part of his game that's really improved. They show on the double, and then bang, beautiful basket cut that time. Corey Joseph, weak side cut, good spacing in the offense. He catches it and finishes.
DeRozan nearly got the steal. Jerebko driving, denied.
Good call.
And then a offensive foul is going to be charged to Jerebko.
Great job.
Charge taken.
Scola's playing lights out tonight, man. I mean, he's just been terrific. DeRozan rolls the dice, doesn't get it. But now you're on a string. Do you pick up your teammates with help defense? Nice job positionally. Perfect spot.
DeMar, and he is fouled as he was backing down on Marcus Smart. With 4:04 remaining here in the second quarter. side out of bounds.
First team foul on the Celtics in a quarter. They're letting these guys play tonight, Matty D. Only 6 fouls called on both teams each. But unfortunately, if you're a Raptor fan, Lowry's got 3 of them on your side.
Amir Johnson in, and JV's going to enter for Patrick Patterson. Valanciunas 6.6 rebounds in 11 minutes, and Patterson with 2 points and an assist. Raptors lead by 1. Corey swings it. Here's Ross. And nice soft touch by T. Ross in the lane. And he has provided a boost off of the bench.
Nice job moving out the ball that time, and he was aggressive on the take. Did a good job in Boston when they played in October, attacking off the bounce.
And at the other end,
too easy.
Avery Bradley.
Dwayne Casey saying to Terrence Ross, you got to bang the cutter that time. Stand him up. There's got to be more pressure on the pass there as well. Celtics shooting 55% now.
9 of 12 in the quarter,
well,
Jack.
You can't outscore them. You know, sooner or later, which team decides to muck it up here and dig in and defend?
DeRozan, and a foul's going to be charged to Jerebko.
Why'd the Raptors win the last time they played in Boston, Matty D? They forced them to 37% from the field, so the defensive commitment was better in that game. And tonight it's kind of like, you get yours, I get mine, but that's a dangerous recipe when you play a team like this.
DeRozan, and the first free throw good. NBA All-Star 2016 just around the corner. For the next few games, the NBA and the Raptors will be posing trivia questions for your chance to win NBA Center Court tickets.
Wow.
Here's tonight's question. Which 2 Raptors are tied with the most All-Star appearances? Send your answers to @Raptors. That's @Raptors for a chance to win a pair of NBA Center Court tickets. For more information, visit Raptors.com.
Now that's while they're with the Raptors, correct?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that's the case. Okay.
Thomas now sends it to Jerebko. Back over to Thomas. Joseph guarding him. 5 on the clock. And he'll send it now to Smart. The 3 doesn't go on the glass. Scola with a rebound.
Good D that time. They really chase people off the line. They force the ball to a guy's not comfortable shooting it from 3 there.
Amir guarding his former teammate JV. And Joseph over to James Johnson. Johnson now kicks it to Scola. Scola into the post, 3 on the clock. And Luis Scola comes up short on the fadeaway. Bradley behind the back. And count the bucket as he was able to beat Joseph in the foot race to the basketball.
They love getting out and running. And this is the pace of play that Brad Stevens wants to play. And opportunity there, and DeRozan trying to get the block, but the Raptors 1-point game here. You got to be in tip-top physical condition in a game like this because high pace of play, a lot of possessions, and fatigue when it sets in, you make mistakes. Got to take care of the ball.
They attempt 7.5 more shots a game.
They run out.
And the last time they led, it was 10-9 in a timeout taken by Dwayne Casey, 55-54. They trailed by 15 on a Monday night against Dallas.
No quit.
And battle back to force overtime, and here they are, up by 1. Raptors led by as many as 13. 2:07 to go in the first half. Tonight's trivia question is brought to you by BMO. What is the Raptors franchise record for most wins in the second half of a season?
Are we going to give the answer right now, or we're just teasing it right now? I just want to make sure. Look at it. Look at this right here. This is a tough shot right here. Good job by Amir Johnson, chesting DeRozan, and then an easy 2. You got to swing the ball side, top side, get the defense to shift. That's a difficult shot. And that's Amir Johnson defending his old teammate really well at the rim. And DeRozan looking for a call there, but not going to get it. And a little bit of concern here now if you're Dwayne Casey because they're starting to guard you a little bit. And now they're starting to get conversion off their defense with high percentage shots. And look what's happening. I mean, they're shooting 56%. They got 55 points on the board. They're protecting the ball. They've only turned it over 3 times. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be an absolute dogfight. And you got to finish the quarter here without your leader and Kyle Lowry with 3 fouls. So you got to find a way to get to half and play at a high level.
That's an issue.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Raptors down by 1. DeRozan sends it to Joseph. Clock down. Joseph gets denied. And here's an opportunity for Boston. Thomas swings it to Bradley, and the Raptors get back in transition. Crowder with the 3, and it's good. And right now, the Celtics with their largest advantage, it's at 4.
This is a hard-nosed, well-prepared, well-coached team, and they're an organization on the rise, that's for sure.
Joseph shot rattles out, and here's Bradley with it. Raptors down by 4. Amir backing down on JV, and his shot doesn't go. Good initial defense there. The run is 26-11 as James Johnson has it taken away, and another turnover, the 7th by the Raptors. And there's Thomas laying it up and through, and the lead now stretched to 6, Jack.
Remember what I said. Last time they played them, 22 turnovers led to 26 Celtic points. Tonight, 7 turnovers that have led to 10 points. Got to take care of the ball. Got to be strong with the rock. Celtics showing a little zone defense here, Matty D.
5 turnovers in the quarter, and Scola sneaks in with a putback.
Well, when you play zone, you don't have set blockout responsibilities. Get on the glass. That penetration got them all out of sorts.
Game high 15 for Scola. Tapped out by Amir. Crowder with it. Slight difference. Game clock, shot clock. Raptors right now down by 4. Thomas up top with the basketball.
Raptors with a foul to give.
Thomas driving, finds Amir, and a slam dunk, 62-56. Joseph lets it fly, and they're going to say it was too late. And the Raptors right now, Jack, down by 6, 62-56.
This team has a winning record on the road, the Celtics. I said it before, and I'll say it again. You are in for an absolute dogfight against this team. You better be ready in the second half to bring your A game. If you don't, you're going home with a loss. Celtics by 6.
62-56 for the Boston Celtics. Assistant coach Rex Kalamian, had we talked between the first and second quarter, I think your mood would be a little different.
Absolutely. I mean, things just changed for us, obviously, defensively. You know, 2 keys for us coming into this game. We're taking away the 3-point shot from their shooting bigs and the transition defense, and we didn't do either of those really in the first half. We've got to get back our defensive mentality in this second half, and really come out and be the more aggressive defensive team, which we weren't that first half.
First quarter looked very good. What is the main focus here early on, particularly in the second half?
Well, it's controlling Isaiah Thomas because we know he's a very capable scorer, and the pick and roll coverage that he's in is going to be really important for us. And the other thing is this, when the ball comes off the rim, we have to be the ones that rebound it. We know that this team right here, they're number 1 in the league in shot attempts. They get almost 90 a game. We have to limit that with allowing them just 1 shot every time down, rebounding the basketball, and that will start our transition. But as it is right now, we've had no transition offense really in our favor this first half.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Rex Kalamian, assistant head coach with the Toronto Raptors, 62-56. Guys, rebound and watch out for Isaiah Thomas.
All right, Rod, appreciate it. Sweet touch. Brought to you by Juicy Fruit.
I love it.
Sweet piece
There
of
we
fun.
go. This is sweet right here. Look at this right here. Lowry. Scola. The finish. A little juicy fruit action for you there. Sweet touch right there. And great points there by Rex Kalamian on Wrigley's Juicy Fruit Sweet Touch. Raptors have to do a better job as well taking care of the rock. Some of those turnovers and the shot selection in the second quarter not as good, and that led to some runouts. How about the Celtics? 19 assists, only 3 turnovers, so they're sharing the ball beautifully.
JV down low. And Valanciunas taking advantage underneath. The Raptors in that second quarter outscored in the paint 16-4. They still hold an advantage, though, because of what they did in that opening quarter. Speaking to your turnovers, 5 in that second quarter, leading to 8 points. Here's Sullinger, and it's an air ball. Lowry played just over 15 minutes because of the foul issues in that first half. Lowry gives it to Scola. Scola back over to Kyle. Kyle! And that is his second air ball from three-point range, unusual. And then he banked in the 3. And we'll take the bank.
Yeah, I'd say so.
62-58.
I'd say so, yeah.
4-point lead. Celtics shooting 55.6, and Avery Bradley
good
with
job,
the bucket.
Good job by Bradley that time, using that screen, very efficient. Good screen by Amir Johnson, clipping DeRozan, getting his teammate a clean look on a 2-man game.
DeRozan sticks it.
Makes
Remember
it
this
easy.
about Boston, Jack. It's something that you talked about in the first half, but a number to back it up. Each of their last 9 losses have been by single digits.
Well,
and 4 of the last 5 on the road have been by an average of 5.8 points.
they're a good club, and Celtics punishing DeMar DeRozan on that last 2 possessions.
JV flies in, and Valanciunas with 10 points.
Let's see if they run it again. Pin down Johnson for Bradley. They've gotten that twice. Keep an eye on that. Let's see if they run it again. Here we go. They're trying to get him in it again.
And an offensive foul is going to be charged to Sullinger.
And this is a strategy a lot of coaches use. I mean, DeRozan's a terrific scorer. Make him work on the other end defensively. Exploit him, pick on him a little bit, wear him down a little bit. And this time, Sullinger trying to screen DeRozan. He gets called for it, but keep an eye on that. Obviously, it's you're part of being a great player. The demands on your ability, both ends of the court, play in, play out. DeRozan's always up for the task. He competes.
In the corner, Scola the 3, good, he's got 18.
Beautiful job. The ball got swung to the weak side. Great extra pass there by James Johnson. Good teamwork. Run some good stuff here in the third quarter to get some open shots.
Down by 1. Crowder from the elbow. Jumper doesn't go. Valanciunas with his 7th rebound, and Casey urging his team to get out and go. Celtics settle into the half-court D. Lowry the no-look underneath. JV just doing work underneath. Waits on the double. And then too late. And a foul's going to be called. And Valanciunas knows and recognizes that instead of getting it and then going quickly, the double came. And now a foul is called on Scola, his second.
Well,
Jack.
you've heard him on a few plays, so you know. There's Amir Johnson timing it perfectly. And Sullinger's a big, strong man. He hasn't scored tonight. He did a good job that time.
And a foul's going to be charged to JV. That's his first.
Well, that's a break because Kyle Lowry was covering Isaiah Thomas. He's got 3. You don't want it to be his 4th. And again, they put a lot of pressure on you. Tight ball game.
Thomas heads to the free throw line. And let's revisit those keys to the game.
Take care of the ball. You mentioned it. It swung in the second quarter. That's where the Celtics took over. Got to do a better job taking care of that rock. Perimeter defense, second quarter again. Some issues guarding out there. And the bench play. The Celtics have done a good job with that. So, and yet here you are, the Raptors stuck 3 after a tough stretch there in the second quarter. And with Kyle Lowry sitting out the last 6 minutes with the 3 fouls. So, very, very, very winnable game here.
Valanciunas up high. They give him that. Now he puts it on the deck, and then James Johnson looks for JV and a slam dunk.
What a pass. Get it to the big fella. Let the big dog eat. Beautiful time.
Now.
Nice pass that time by James Johnson. Good spacing in the offense as well.
Raptors shooting 58%. The denial there by Valanciunas, Scola, Johnson. Here's Lowry the 3. They need it and got it. Lowry from downtown and a a 2-point lead for the Raptors and a timeout by Boston.
Scola with the steal. Nice pass by Johnson.
The third quarter is brought to you by Coors Light, an official sponsor of the Raptors. Brave the cold.
Put it on ice there, Matty D in 4K.
Tonight's Coors Light Fan of the Game in 4K is brought to you by Coors Light, official sponsor of the Raptors. Brave the cold.
A little chilly outside, but things are starting to heat up in here. Both teams shooting lights out. How about the Raps shooting 59%? The Celtics 56%. And get it to the big fella, Matty D. Look at this right here. Look at this. The high screen, beautiful pass. Sullinger bites on the James Johnson penetration, and they had beautiful spacing that time to trigger that play. Very nice.
Raptors 6 of 7 in the quarter. Boston 2 of 4 and another turnover. Lead pass. Kyle.
Smart play right there.
Finds Scola, guarded by Amir. Here's Lowry using the JV screen to DeRozan. Step through, and then it's deflected. And 2-on-1. And Bradley misses. Sullinger misses. JV with his 8th rebound. Here's DeRozan. Stopped by Amir, his former teammate, good friend. JV gives it up. Johnson's going to take a three, and the shot doesn't go, and tracked down by Amir. Raptors by 2. Here's Sullinger. And Sullinger in the pass, as we both know, has done damage against the Raptors.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit this season. Only shooting 42%, and conditioning's always been a challenge for him. He's got soft hands, though, very talented guy if he gets it going.
Tied at 70, shot short, tapped by James Johnson. And here's Bradley with it. 6:35 left here in the third. And stumbling is Bradley along the sideline. And a turnover once again by Boston here in the third.
And Mason Phillips doesn't want to hear it from Bradley. A little love tap. What do you think Tommy would say right now?
Well,
what is that guy doing over there? That guy DeRozan. Right?
DeRozan gets fouled. The left-handed shot. Count it. He's been working on the left for the last 2 years, and it is paying off.
Oh,
check this out.
Picturesque. Look at this baby. The left hand. A little blow by. This is his third chance tonight, Matty D, for the old-fashioned three-point play. And that's a beautiful move there by DeMar DeRozan. And in honor of that third three-point play tonight, a little happy birthday to Adam and Matthew Russin, 13 today. And their old man, Johnny Russin, he's running things in a truck for us.
And Amir Johnson, basket interference. 73-70, the Raptors with the lead. DeRozan with 17 points.
Look at it right here. Can't hang up there and do that. Couldn't describe the feeling for you anyway, so.
Lowry, the three, too strong. Tapped around, batted around, and controlled by Thomas. Thomas now gives it to Crowder. Crowder left open.
And I mentioned this, Matt.
They're
really
8 of 13 now, collectively.
And Coach Kalamian mentioned that the transition D, they didn't get to the shooters, and Crowder on the evening has made 3 threes, shooting around 37%. And again, as I've mentioned, playing so much better the last 6 weeks.
DeRozan's got 19. And the Raptors back up by 2.
Lowry, 7 assists. Again, masterful getting people shots.
Long rebound, Kelly Olynyk. Olynyk swings it over to Crowder. Jumping out is Lowry. Here's Olynyk open for 3. And
that's like a layup to him.
You know, I don't know if you saw the comments by Tommy Heinsohn. He said that he had the potential, Kelly Olynyk, to be better than Dirk Nowitzki. And Dirk was asked about that the other night. And
He said, yeah, I mean, I like the kid. I'm just not sure about all that. But I really do like him. He's a good shooter. He's improved from year to year. So,
yeah, Kelly plays in Boston, but just so you know, a little geography.
Yeah.
That guy Nowitzki, he's going to have something in bronze in Springfield, Mass. nearby.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Hall of Fame.
All right, JV at the line, and
First ballot, by the way. I'm sure
Dirk
too.
did go on to say, I don't know if his ceiling is all the way up there. He should have said all the way up here. Right? Tonight's historical 4K broadcast, just the first of many of the 4K Sports on TSN. Our 4K coverage continues Sunday. Raptors taking on the Clippers, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific on TSN 1/4 and TSN 4K. For more information, visit tsn.ca/4K.
I'm having some fun with my man Tommy. I love him.
Here's Olynyk. Finds Crowder, the three, short. Batted around, controlled by Crowder once again. Bradley quickly to Thomas. And Isaiah with a step back. Shot doesn't go. He's just 2 of 6. DeMar with it.
Those long shots lead to long rebounds. Really got to cover that mid-range.
And a foul on Amir Johnson. And DeRozan's going to head back to the free throw line where he's perfect on the night.
Matt, the last time these two teams played, DeRozan shot 14 free throws. That really helped the Raptors because what it does, obviously, it allows you to set your defense, be a little bit more organized. They can't get out and go crazy in transition and get those open threes. And again, the Celtics ball movement here, once again, has been excellent getting those open shots.
Highest scoring backcourt in the Eastern Conference. DeRozan and Lowry, third highest in the NBA. And as Brad Stevens mentioned, and remember, he has a vote. The fan votes will be acknowledged tomorrow night. And he said that both are deserving.
And let me say something to that, because I really believe that if you just look at it, the most important thing, great pass by Olynyk. If you win games, the coaches, they understand what those ingredients are. You're going to get voted in by the coaches because you're going to look and say, look at Toronto's record. They're the second seed. These guys both belong here.
DeRozan finds T. Ross. JV underneath, a lot of contact, and JV with a hook that's good. He's got 15 and 8.
I mentioned this before, this officiating crew letting these guys play.
Thomas trying to get going and can't. JV with another rebound to Lowry.
He's been a beast tonight. 9 boards already. Double figures the other night against the Nets.
Scola swings it. Lowry. JV sets a screen. T. Ross the three. Good!
Great pass by Lowry. Slice and dice and tremendous shot preparation by Ross.
Three-pointer quickly the other way.
Well, Rex Kalamian said it, right? Made shot, missed shot, turnover. You got to bust it back, build your defense quick. They were slow getting back. Easy 3.
11 of 18, Boston from downtown. DeRozan goes in strong. And DeMar's got 22. And Dwayne Casey urging his team to get back, get back. Thomas on the inside loses control, but a foul's going to be charged to Scola, and that's going to be his third.
Get your neck brace on, Matty D. We're going back and forth. Raps by 2.
Tonight's play of the game brought to you by Ford. To go further, Jack.
There's lots of them tonight, Matty D. Beautiful pass. James Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas. The 2-man game, the screen and roll, and the big fella delivers. High-scoring ball game here. Our Ford play of the game, 84-82. Toronto. Corey Joseph checking in now. Patrick Patterson. Let's keep an eye on this now. The second unit in the first half got outplayed by the Celtics second unit. This Raptors second unit's got to guard and do the job offensively. And I tell you what, Valanciunas here has played really well. They're trying to play small, punish him in the red area to pink.
In the first half, to your point, here's Olynyk with a 3, doesn't go. Patterson trying to battle for the rebound, and he grabs it. 31 points for Boston off the bench on 12 of 19 shooting, Jack. The Raptors, 12 points off of the bench in the first half.
Brad Stevens ran that play after the timeout. He's got Valanciunas checking Olynyk. Tough cover out on the perimeter. He's something to keep an eye on. But this is where you punish him.
Yep. And JV's going to the line.
You pick your poison.
And Jason Phillips is saying no, but JV's walking over to the line, and now.
Oh, he's saying loose ball. Wow. Really? I see that again. Truck people. Dan, Jimmy, Johnny. Well,
I thought you were a lot closer.
I'm a lot. I had a brain cramp there. Many of them. There it is right there.
Yeah, I think he was in the act.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was in the act. Here's DeRozan, straight line drive.
There you
24 points in an all-star performance.
Good job there,
12
Danny
in the quarter.
D, Jimmy, Johnny Russin, Dave Lita, the whole crew in there.
Left hand doesn't go for Smart.
Digga.
JV. Now you remember everybody.
I remember. I just had a brain cramp.
And DeRozan shot no. Valanciunas, and they're letting it go.
Well, you want to play small. This is where you got to punish him in the final 3 feet of the court. Now Valanciunas got to do a great job guarding Olynyk in space.
Well, they've gotten the message. The Raptors as Olynyk finishes 44 points in the paint for the Raptors in this game, 26 now for Boston.
Maybe sound prophetic though on that last offensive play, but look at him right here. Great job. And this is just vintage DeMar DeRozan. The two-man game, the blow-by, the exposure, right to the rim. Beautiful.
Kelly at the free throw line.
A nice chat with him before the game. His confidence sky high now. He understands night in, night out what's expected of him, his role, and he's playing it beautifully here. 14 points, 3 boards. That's a real good matchup to keep an eye on him. Olynyk and Valanciunas.
Olynyk had 11 points in the first meeting in his 3rd season out of Gonzaga. 1:32 to go.
Chatting with the Celtic coaches before the game, they just said, man, this guy's a gym rat. He puts the time in, loves to play, and he's not only that, but great in the community as well. Just a good addition to their organization.
Spin move, DeMar finds JV. How sweet it is, Jack. How sweet it is.
Jackie Gleason there, I like it. Beautiful. Dropping a dime, DeRozan his 5th assist.
Raptors 70% in the quarter. And a foul's going to be charged to the Raptors there. How about this?
Dropping a dime here in 4K, Matty D. Double D. Uses the Patterson screen. Whoop! Spinorama. Valanciunas with the finish. This is vintage right here. DeRozan. Yeah, the man can score, but he has improved significantly as a playmaker.
Turner first is good. An elite team will fight for the future and change the past. DC's Legends of Tomorrow series premiere tomorrow at 8:30, 7:30 Central on CTV right after The Big Bang Theory. 1:12 left here in the 3rd. I don't know if you saw Zach Lowe's article in ESPN, but he talked about DeMar DeRozan, saying that both obviously Lowry and DeRozan deserve to be
The one last week?
I think it may have been this in the last couple days.
Yeah, I read it.
Yep. But he talked about DeRozan being relentless and how he leads the NBA with 12 drives a game.
Yeah. No, I read it. It was a great article, and he's an improved player. I give Dwayne Casey and his staff a lot of credit. They've gotten through to him, and he's taken his game to the next level. And a young man is a gym rat. He loves the game. He works at his craft. He studies it.
14 points in the quarter for DeRozan.
Hey, you pay the price, the sweat equity, you put the time in, you're coachable, you do those things, good things happen for you. And again, he's been with Coach Casey a long time. There's a great connection there that those two have, and you can see the growth.
Last time the Raptors won 6 in a row last season in January. Here's DeRozan spinning around. He's feeling it, Jack. He's feeling it. 16 in the quarter. He's 7 of 10. He's got 28.
Gotta keep guarding here.
Sullinger underneath and a foul.
No let-ups, right? You score, don't feel good about yourself. No siree. You got to keep guarding. But this is great here. The switch, size advantage, bang. Again, Bradley undersized 2. They exploited him that time.
Join us for Family Sundays with the Raptors, Jack. This ticket pack includes a meet and greet with the Raptors, souvenir for the kids, food vouchers, and is available for all Sunday home games. Visit raptors.com/Sunday for more information.
Well, it's been a game of runs, hasn't it? It's been worth the price of admission here. The fans getting great effort from both of these squads, and the Raptors right now have done a beautiful job here in the third quarter. DeRozan and Valanciunas has been brilliant as well here in the third quarter. And the starting backcourt, DeRozan, Lowry, 13 assists. Wow, making plays for others as well.
High-scoring game. Clock down to 5 at a foul on Bradley. And DeRozan throws it up and it goes. Tony Brown, it's continuation. Tony's like, no.
Yeah,
I mean, it's that kind of night, Jack.
Yeah, look at this right
Come on, continuation.
Give the guy a break. He's an all-star.
Foul.
Look at
It's
that.
good. Count it. Plus the foul.
You sounded like when I was a kid growing up in New York. Marv Albert would always.
Yeah.
You sounded just like Marv did. Yes, and it counts. Foul on the play. Whoa,
We had Tommy going earlier. Valanciunas. 6 seconds left.
Come on, Marv's a legend.
Marv is going to be here
Tommy,
next,
they're both legends.
next
Marv's here.
Thursday
Okay,
for the
great.
Turner game.
Terrific.
Marv and Fratello. Fratello,
The
the
coach?
czar.
Wow,
Yes.
the czar, wow.
Raptors 40 points in a quarter, first time this year, and Bismack Biyombo goes down hard with 1.1 second remaining in the third, and it's inbounded, and Biz now being helped up. 96-90, Jack, through 3 quarters of play, and Biz still taking some time.
Well, if you like offense, you're at the right spot, folks. Valanciunas, DeRozan for the Raptors. The Celtics draining threes. We got it all tonight in 4K. Rod, Leo coming up.
Canada Center, the Raptors trailed at the half. They lead after 3. Numbers brought to you by Coors Light, official sponsor of the Raptors. Coors Light, brave the cold. Rod Black, Leo Routen's back with you here. It's loud here at the Air Canada Center. DeMar DeRozan has 30 points. And dare I say, the last time I saw some of these buckets was on a video game.
He is playing top-notch basketball. You look at the way he's attacking. 18 of his 30 coming in that third quarter. 7 of 10 from the field. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Acrobatic, looking for contact, and that's the biggest change in his game, Rod. You heard Matt talking about his drives to the basket.
You've got this shot, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen you do this.
Hey, just get it up there. You never know. You get the whistle, but he wants contact. He's looking for contact. He's making a defense pay.
He'd be great in horse tonight. Closing time at the Air Canada Center, man.
96-90. Raptors put up 40 as Thomas battling for it. Gets it to Jerebko. Olynyk steps outside. Thomas with it. Puts it on the deck. Denied by Biz. Saved by Ross. Collision. Biyombo foul.
Oh, we got to rack it up. Yeah, those guys in the truck, Dan, Jimmy, I know their names. Truckmen. Look at this right here. Isaiah Thomas, no. Get that garbage out of here. This was a tough ball that Biyombo took. Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness he's all right there at the end of the third quarter. He's out there blocking shots. What a competitor.
Thomas the 3, and he's got 15 points and 10 assists. Thomas has put together some huge nights.
26 assists for the Celtics tonight, so they're really sharing the ball nicely.
Last 5 games, Thomas averaging close to 27, and a putback in there for Biyombo.
Hey, there's no shot blocking in there at all. They're soft. You can really hurt them in there. How about the best plus-minus of the night tonight? Valanciunas, he's plus 20.
Thomas, a 3, doesn't go. Patterson climbs in and grabs a rebound.
Their bigs can play with force tonight. Play that way.
Lowry Gets by Jerebko in the paint. Joseph kicks it. And a 3-second violation.
Ooh, quick
That's a
three.
quick three.
Is it by 1.5? Is it the metric system maybe or something? I don't know. That's a quick 3 seconds.
Very quick.
And Corey Joseph making that extra pass.
1, 2. Yeah, could have started before that. An official's timeout. Biyombo, you see the blood on his jersey. They're looking at his right elbow. I don't think there's anything on the elbow, but there's some blood on the jersey. 98-93, and head athletic trainer Scott McCullough will come over to address blood on his jersey. Tonight's historical 4K broadcast, as we've mentioned, it's the first in a deep schedule of 4K sports on TSN. Our 4K coverage continues this Sunday when the Raptors take on the Clippers. 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, TSN 1, 4, and TSN 4K. For more information on 4K and channel listings, visit tsn.ca/4K.
You mentioned the Clippers. Give Doc Rivers credit. His club is Blake Griffin banged up for a while, and they've hung in there. They've been resilient, and them and the Oklahoma City Thunder really starting to round into form now in the West. Obviously, the Spurs, Warriors, elite teams. Warriors playing beautifully again tonight at Chicago. Tough news for the Bulls, obviously losing Joakim Noah. I think a guy that might have been moved at the trade deadline, expiring deal, and now it's not a movable chip. Hurts them defensively and rebounding-wise as well.
Olynyk drives on a slam dunk as he gets by Biyombo, and the D was late recovering.
He's getting better, isn't he? Because
he is.
People are chasing him off the line. You got to be able to counter. You got to be able to put it to the deck and explode and get somewhere with it. He's really matured as a player.
Raptors 3 games behind Cleveland. Cleveland tonight in Brooklyn. And a game and a half in front of Chicago and Atlanta. Lowry sizing up Jerebko on the drive. Thomas ahead now to Olynyk. Olynyk pulls up in the J short, and Patterson's there with the Raptors clutching on to a 3-point lead. 9:45 left. Lowry turns a corner. Drives. Biyombo underneath, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Great pass. And again, he knows there's no shot blocking in there. And they did it with Valanciunas, who punished them. Perfect 9 for 9, 19 points. And now Biyombo at the line for 2 shots. Biyombo on the season, 68% from the line.
So Biz at the line. Tonight's trivia question, Jack, brought to you by BMO. What is the Raptors' franchise record for most wins in the second half of a season? 28 twice, 2007, and then 2014.
Well, if they did 28 this year, that would be 26 plus 28. That would be 54.
You like that?
I'll take that number. If I could sign up for that right now, where do I sign up?
Well,
It's going to be tough, obviously.
Here's the thing. They played, as we've talked about so often, they played more games on the road, so you know that they're going to get more home games. Biyombo with a rebound, and he's fouled.
When you look at the games they're playing here at home, they're playing all good teams.
Yes.
It's not like the fact that you're home doesn't guarantee anything. You got to go out and earn it. And obviously this Raptor team will scratch and claw and fight like crazy every night in order to do that.
We mentioned this earlier, combined record of 134 and 115. Their next 6 opponents, including tonight, you have Boston, Miami, Clippers, Washington, New York, and Detroit. Not going to be easy.
We haven't seen Detroit yet this year.
And we only traveled to Detroit once this year. Biyombo. And a foul.
Right, but now you need him to make some free throws here. Goose egg the last time. Need that.
Second on Olynyk.
The back end of the play here. Now you got to get some finish here.
So Biz heads to the line. He is 0-2 there.
And the Raptors have done an awesome job this year. You look at the home schedule coming up there'll be 2 7-game homestands this season, obviously with the All-Star break and the games being here. So the schedule kind of gets messed around a little bit with the building situation. But they've done a great job. 23 road games this year, Toronto, 14-9. You know, mentally tough, veteran backcourt, excellent coaching, good preparation, teams improved defensively, and that really makes a big difference.
Patterson taps it out. Here's Ross, releases. Patterson once again, and he puts it up himself, doesn't go.
Jump hook, I haven't seen that before.
Olynyk to Jerebko. Raptors with the second best point differential in the in the East.
Yep.
With Cleveland with a 5.3. Raptors 3.7. And Toronto also 6-1 in their division. They lead now by 4.
Hold
Jack.
on for dear life here, Matty D. Buckle up.
Fourth quarter is brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Kelly Olynyk, of course, a part of the senior men's Canadian national team.
Yeah, what a terrific young player he is. And at 37 against Venezuela, game back in the summertime, and chat with Kelly before the game. He knows big task ahead this July. Canada trying to qualify for the Olympics this summer, and here he is right here. And,
they have the talent to do it.
16 points tonight. And obviously, there's so many terrific young Canadian players. And chatting with him earlier, he was so excited about the fact that Toronto's hosting the All-Star game. You know, he says it's great for the young players across Canada to see the big event here. You know, it just gives them something to shoot for.
Corey Joseph, his Canadian national team teammate.
Obviously, his dad, Ken, was a fine coach, University of Toronto. His mom worked here at the scorer's table when he was a kid, so basketball's a family affair.
Smart gives it now to Turner, knocked away. Lowry, Thomas gets back. Ross, stutter step in the corner. Joseph left open, no. And Corey tonight has struggled from the field, Jack. He's 1 of 6. And the bucket the other way in a 2-point game with 7:55 remaining.
Only a 28% three-point shooter on the season. You can see when he plays, there's times where he's hesitant, looking to slice and dice and drive a little bit. People are challenging him to beat them with the perimeter shot. They're playing off him a little bit.
Key minutes here. Lowry's shot doesn't go. Long rebound scooped up by Joseph. Here's Patterson. Swings it. Ross, Lowry open the three. No, Patterson! Patrick Patterson! It's Patman!
P-squared doing some chin-ups. My goodness.
Patterson, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 101-97.
Smart play, long shot, long rebounds, coming off weak side. Go get it, he did.
DeRozan's at the scorer's table, offensive foul.
Oh, here we go. We got highlights galore here tonight, Matty D. Look at this. Lowry misses the Jimmy. Weak side, go get it. Oh, yeah. Hello. Big time play here. Lowry, Patterson, hello. That's gorgeous right there. Bringing it. Wow. 3 highlights on one play. I like it. Yes, sir.
Raptors by 4.
3 highlights for 2 points.
And Kyle throws it away. And the Raptors, another turnover.
Wow, that ball was almost caught by Dale Lastman, one of the big kahunas here. Kyle Lowry looking to hook him up with a jump shot.
Dale was ready for it. He was looking for that three-pointer. 101-99.
Gotta have those hands up. Gotta be shot ready.
6:30 to go in the fourth. Here's DeRozan. Lowry looks for DeRozan, not Dale this time. And DeMar, good.
That's good strategy. I think DeRozan's got a better chance of putting it in.
103.99 with 6:10 to go. DeMar with it. Patterson up fake. Olynyk cuts him off. Jerebko got a piece of it. Patterson gets it back. Battling on the inside, and Patterson's been big here in the fourth.
Get back quickly and guard now. Dwayne Casey saying that to his team, like, no let-ups here.
Crowder gives it to Thomas. Raptors have held him in check, just 5 of 14, although he's got 17. Shot doesn't go, and a foul. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Dwayne Casey's defense here in the last few minutes has been stellar. They are really competing, chasing people off the three-point line, and they got a guy who can go! Double D! He can go! The Raps by 6.
Tonight's key matchup brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. See you tonight.
Well, the former Raptor, Amir Johnson, Luis Scola getting it done for the Raptors. And speaking of getting it done, Matty D, how about JV, Jonas Valanciunas? He's been brilliant tonight, a double-double, 19 points, 11 boards, punishing the Boston Celtics inside. Give the Raptors credit. They have recognized no shot blocking in there. Let the big fella go to work in there, and he has done that beautifully. On the glass. Valanciunas tonight.
Double-double.
Yep. And double digits, rebounds. And then Biyombo, look at it, just owning that painted area. Good strategy.
9 of 9. Turnover coming out of the timeout. And Thomas lays it up and in, and the Raptors have turned it over 13 times, leading to 18 points, Jack.
Again, strong with the ball. They do a great job of getting you off your mark. You really got to be able to be sound with it.
Lowry finds Ross. Ross, no! And Amir and Biyombo battling underneath.
That was a great pass. I mean, you can't ask for better. It's good spacing. The deployment was perfect. Just got to make the shot.
And a foul's going to be charged to Kyle. That's his 4th.
Second team foul on Toronto. Who's going to take a look at it here?
Ran into
Yeah, then he called.
Crowder. Yep.
Biyombo checking out now.
JV back in,
3
Jack.
points, 4 boards, and now he's going to go with his crew here. And then Valanciunas is going to check Amir Johnson right now. Patterson will guard Olynyk, the shooter. Nice job right there. Good defense.
DeRozan, Ross, Patterson, Lowry, and JV.
Again, lots of perimeter pressure. Got to be strong with it.
And Olynyk.
Hey, you know,
Dale Lastman, that time's like, I'm staying out of this one.
we saw this against Orlando in London. Again, you know, people really, the book, get up into the guards, get up into the Raptor perimeter people. Again, be strong with that rock.
4-point game. DeRozan, shot too strong.
Tough shot. Good defense by Crowder.
Thomas, right to the rim.
Danger zone
Isaiah
here.
Thomas has got 21 now on 7 of 17 shooting.
Danger zone here. You've hit a little lull. Getting a little nonchalant offensively here. Execute.
Patterson, the open 3. Doesn't go, and a chance here to tie or take the lead for Boston.
Tell you what, Lowry has delivered good passes to both Ross and Patterson. These are shots you got to stick.
JV with his 12th rebound.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a point guard, you're delivering people big plays.
Crowder.
Oh boy.
Lowry finds Patterson, no. And good clean looks there.
Yeah, Lowry's delivered 3 passes to Ross and Patterson combined.
Jumper tied.
This is where
105-105.
people got to produce. Can't hang it on anybody but the people on the floor right now. You got to make plays.
Lowry Gives it to Patterson on a handoff for DeRozan. Crowder on him. Lowry comes over to set a screen. DeRozan finds Kyle, the three. Let them do the work, Jack. DeRozan and Lowry. 108-105. Thomas underneath. Finds Olynyk. Olynyk passes up the three on the drive. Good, 1-point game. Olynyk off of the bench. He's got 18. .225 left.
Don't forget about Valanciunas.
Yeah, there it is. Instead a skip pass, and Patterson to Ross. Bucket and book it.
There you go.
T. Ross connects.
There you go. Maybe he just needs Patterson throwing him the ball instead of Lowry. But great ball movement that time. Outstanding spacing. They get the ball on the weak side, and excellent extra pass by Patterson there. And Ross prepared to shoot it. Ready, aim, fire. Look at this right here. Your two stellar guards. Lowry, whap. And look at this right here. Share the rock. Ross nailing the Jimmy. The Raptors by 4.
Lowry 4 of 9 from downtown.
Look at this. Lowry, clutch. And he got hit after the shot, too, there, Matt. This is great ball movement. Get it to the weak side. That's a great find by Lowry. I tell you what, he has made some big-time passes. Lowry's only got 8 assists, but he's made so many passes. If guys just made the shot, he'd have about 12, 13, 14 assists, and he's made other ones that have led to the shot, like that Gretzky assist. He has really had an excellent floor game tonight, finding people.
Olynyk, the three over Ross. And our good friends at the Starters, they'll enjoy this. They call that a wedgie. Skeets and Taz, there's one for you right there. By fellow Canadian Kelly Olynyk. A special one just dialed up for you. And they'll be up here, of course, during the All-Star break. They'll be actually hosting their TV show from right here in Toronto.
Wow. Are you going to get an invite to go on?
You know what? They're so high profile.
Yeah, they get all the hot shots.
They are so big now.
They're like D-list celebrities.
They're too big.
We knew them when.
Yeah, well, that's true. We did. Tickets for the next block of games in the Drake Zone have now been released. Get your tickets in an exclusive Raptors and OVO item for upcoming matchups against the Cavs and the Timberwolves. To find out more, visit Raptors.com/Drake Zone.
Here's our guy,
today.
Four Corners, bringing it, man. He's the DJ.
DJ Four Corners.
Spinning the dials there. How about that? There you go. You get prime time coverage there. And tell you what, you better get your tickets. Every game sold out,
It's been great.
Can't fit people in here with a shoehorn. Great atmosphere.
111-107. Raptors with a 4-point lead. And a jump ball. And pushed out of bounds.
What are they going to call here?
Tony Brown.
Oh,
They're not going to make a call. They're just going to say it's off of Toronto and Boston.
Hold on.
And they want to review it.
It's 2 minutes,
2 minutes
on the
ago.
clock. Yep.
And they can do
Yeah,
that.
2 minutes on the clock here. Well, it's off Patterson.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The question is, but you can't call foul there. You didn't call it, so it looks like it's off Patterson to me.
Yeah, it's off of Patterson. I don't even know if Crowder. It's going to be Boston basketball. And also, it didn't look like Crowder actually touched Patterson at that point. It's just him lunging for the ball.
All right, keep an eye in. Now, obviously, Biyombo's in the game. They're going offense, defense. So matchups are big. Who's checking Kelly Olynyk right now? And they're going to try to space the floor. So Patterson's going to check him. And Biyombo checking Amir Johnson. Obviously, Olynyk's been tough out on the perimeter tonight.
Olynyk sends it now to Bradley. Guarded by Ross. There's Olynyk. DeRozan helps. Patterson picks up Thomas. Shot doesn't go, and Ross comes away with it.
That was excellent defense, chasing people off the line. DeRozan rotated up, was the next guy defensively. Really nice job being in the right spots, and a good timeout here by Dwayne Casey. They were so locked in defensively on that play. Everybody on a string. That was really good. And this is a sureness timeout here. Big possession. You want a high percentage shot. Raptors by 4. Terrific ball game.
BMO Raptors basketball on TSN, brought to you by BMO, proud partner and official bank of the Toronto Raptors. Raptors currently 3 games back of Cleveland. They've won 5 in a row. That ties the season high. They started the season 5-0, did the Toronto Raptors, before falling to Orlando. You see where Boston currently is located, and then Raptors have Miami coming to town on Friday. And Miami,
they're struggling right now. They're in Washington tonight, and they've had some issues of late. Banged up a little bit, obviously, the point guard position, Dragic. And, tell you what, you look at this game right here, though. Every game in the Eastern Conference, I know it's an Atlantic Division game, but doesn't get you in the playoffs anymore.
Yep.
But these are the kind of games, dog fights every night. What seed do you want to have at the end of the year? And so much great competition this year in the deep Eastern Conference.
Lowry driving, shot doesn't go in a 4-point game with 1:15 left. Second game of a 7-game homestand. The Raptors have won 8 of 10 at home. Crowder fading, shot good. And a 2-point game as we near the 1-minute mark.
They got to get some movement in this possession here.
JV, Patterson, DeRozan, Ross, and Lowry.
Get them rotating here.
Patterson with it. On a handoff for DeMar. DeMar with the J. He's got 34 points. Wow. DeRozan, an outstanding performance once again.
That was nice. They spread the floor out, and they got Patterson and DeRozan in the 2-man game here. Keep an eye on this right now. This is just real good spacing where the defense has got to commit one way or the other. And then he goes right off the screen, and Olynyk kind of sits back in the lane, and they get the switch. This is perfect. Watch this. DeRozan, perfect identification, because Patterson's a threat to shoot the ball. And then Crowder got stuck on the screen going below Olynyk with the rim protection, and they make him pay dearly. Very nice.
You think Brad Stevens is going to vote for DeMar DeRozan if he's not voted in by the fans?
Absolutely.
34 points
both
tonight.
Both those guys, number 7 and number 10, both deserve to be
Absolutely. High-scoring backcourt in the Eastern Conference. 7th time this year that DeRozan has scored 30 or more.
And you keep winning games, right? You keep winning games.
113, 109. I agree with you, Jack.
Here's another thing. We haven't talked about it yet. This club, without DeMauri Carroll, Jonas Valanciunas banged up, Dwayne Casey's going to get a lot of mentions for Coach of the Year. Right? I mean, so there's a lot going on here.
Raptors have a foul to give, 2 timeouts left. The denial by T. Ross. Terrence Ross.
Wow. Rack it up, Danny G! Look at this one right here. No, get that garbage out of here. Denying that. Get that you-know-what out of here, Matty D.
113, 109. And a timeout taken.
Tell you what, this crowd is awesome tonight. I mean, standing up, sold out, everybody's into it. And I tell you what, this young Celtic team, I like where they're headed. Danny Ainge has got a good plan for them. Talented young coach in Brad Stevens. And here we go.
First responder night here.
Toronto's finest right there. Fire department.
The Australian Open will continue on TSN tomorrow as the brightest stars in tennis try to capture the year's first Grand Slam. Live multi-court coverage gets underway at 3 a.m. Eastern, Jack. 12
Live.
a.m. Pacific on TSN 2,
How about
3, and
Rafael
5.
Nadal got beat yesterday? I watched a little of that. I'm a tennis
You
aficionado,
are.
man.
You are. That you are, Jack.
Started playing 3 years
113, 109.
ago. It's a great workout, by the way.
I'll write that down.
There you go. I got to kill a serve. My backhand needs a little work done.
Do you like clay, or do you like the hard court?
That's why I play on clay. That's
Yeah,
what I
you
do.
like that.
I play on clay. I'm too old to be playing on hard court.
Thomas throws it. Patterson to Biombo. Biombo back over now to Ross.
Good idea.
Quickly to DeRozan.
Easy now.
4-point game. DeMar on the drive, step through, misses. Crowder with it. 25 seconds left and a foul.
Well, that's only the third team foul on Toronto.
Raptors had a foul
They had
to
a
give.
foul to give, so that's big. That's a good foul. Really good foul by Patterson, because you're preventing a three, and you can just move the numbers here, one possession game, and all that stuff. So that's a great foul by Patterson.
Crowder to Kelly Olynyk. Here's Bradley. Patterson with it.
Good defense. Bradley had to take a tough shot. Tell you what, here in the fourth quarter, Toronto, and remember that second unit was crushing them. The Raptors second unit responded. Terrence Ross was great. Patterson, Biombo defensively, leadership from Joseph. But the second unit held their own when Dwayne Casey went back to them in the second half. And I tell you what, I mean, you can't say enough about the play of DeRozan tonight. 34. This man right here at the line.
Slowed tonight by foul troubles.
But he's got 8 assists, but he has delivered some major league passes in terms of
He should have a double-double.
Absolutely. The court awareness has been brilliant tonight. Getting the ball to the right guy, that correct next pass that you want your point guard to make. He has been outstanding.
2-possession game. Thomas
That's it.
loses it. The Toronto Raptors will win their 6th consecutive game, a season best. And Toronto will improve to 27-15. Now 2-0 against Boston. Toronto 19-8 in the Eastern Conference, Jack. They've won 9 of 11 at home.
Great win against a good young ball club. And there's Amir Johnson getting a lot of love from his former teammates, and deservedly
Rightfully so.
He's a big part of why the Raptors are successful these last few years, laying the foundation.
Jack, after 42 games last season, the Raptors 27-15. After 42 games this season, the Raptors 27-15.
Tougher schedule, and they've had more to deal with injury-wise. Great accomplishment.
DeMar DeRozan tonight, 7th time he's scored 30 or more in the last 2 games, a combined 64 points. He's standing by with our Rod Black.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. DeMar, 6 games in a row. You're down at halftime. What did this team do in the second half to lift yourselves to that 6th straight win?
Fight, second half we understand teams going to play hard from the gate. The second half we got to fight both quarters and pull out a win.
34 points tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen you have so many circus shots in one game as well, particularly that one here that didn't count, but still.
Yeah, when it's going in, I guess.
Tell me about this team right now, second half, and all the talk about the All-Star. Does it matter to you right now? I know you're going to get a chance to know tomorrow. Be honest with me. How cool would it be to play here as an All-Star?
Oh, it'd be great, especially on the home floor. I mean, I'm not worried about it at all. I let my play and our team speak for itself, and I think me and Cal should be in it. All for the fans. That's what it's about.
Well, here he is.
So we're not worried about it. We just trying to win every game.
There he goes. You guys are connected. I mean, it's crazy the symmetry you have right now with your buddy.
Yeah, it's fun. We just have, we just having fun. We just having fun. We gotta have fun. I tell all the guys when we go out and play, let's get a win, but let's have fun doing it.
A lot more fun when you're winning.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good
luck tomorrow. Congratulations on tonight. What a night for DeMar DeRozan. Playing the best basketball of his life. 115-109, Raptors win. They've won 6 in a row. We'll wrap it up in a moment.